team, we're off with another episode of Booze Your Dad, the podcast. I'm your host, Dr. Alan Snyder, with the always appreciated Zach Elias. I appreciate you, Zach.
Thank you. I'm very appreciable.
I know how you love it, how people appreciate you.
It's ridiculous. It's so newfangled. Appreciate me. For everything, my whole body of work.
For your whole oeuvre.
Yeah, there's that.
Booze Your Dad, the podcast, Tuesdays. We do it live. People are downloading this. We appreciate it.
Right and left, baby.
Tell a friend. Have other people jump in. We're getting some ratings. We're getting some more 5-star reviews. So wherever you're catching us, just
give me a 1-star review. Bring that shit here. Let's go.
No, that we definitely do not. This is what Dan Kona used to say. Give us 1 star. It's like, no, you dummy.
I give her go give her 1 star. Go to the Dan Kona hour 1 star. The Dan Kona hour. It's 11 minutes.
Episode 151. Cringe. I'm calling this Cringe, and exactly that. The little thing, the Enye, is that a tilde? I get them all confused.
It's a tilde, but it doesn't go there. It's like cringe if you did it over the Enye.
I wanted it cringe because I have so many cringy topics to talk about for today. 151. Do you think of anything?
Alcohol?
Were you old enough to remember?
Wait, you're not going to wish me an après birthday? You D-bag? So you were HBD on Facebook. I hit like to every single birthday that people, except for yours. GFY.
You were so better.
GFY.
No, yeah. But you're old enough to remember when 151 was like, oh, it's 151.
I'm old enough to remember everything. I'm ancient. I'm 42 yesterday. Full on Jackie Robinson. Hi, Samantha.
Happy belated.
Fuck that. I'm miserable. My knees hurt this morning. Taking
Zach,
Geritol.
Why don't you tell everybody what you are drinking for tonight's episode?
I am drinking from the whatever pack you gave me, Flying Fish Brewing Company, the Crisp Ale. And it has little stakes on it, and the writing is yellow on silver, so I shan't be reading. Jersey proud since '96. It pairs well with clean golden light hot dogs, salsa, and pretzels. Like all those things. I'm going to like it because I like hot dogs, pretzels, and salsa.
Really wish we coordinated because I have one of those in my fridge. I guess I'll be having it another time.
What do you got there, champ?
Well, because we're going to be talking about some not so fun topics tonight, and I'm feeling a little sour, I have a Sour Me Rosé from Duclaw Brewing Company.
Thanks.
It definitely has that look, but it's from Baltimore. The line, though, Zach, is...
So it's a Baltimore flag.
Craft be cherished, rules be damned.
Ugh.
For the lunch.
You have to read it like a thespian that you are. So all the pieces are there. All right, your fruit cup. Open your beer.
Ale brewed with hibiscus and Zinfandel grapes. Release the Kraken.
It's going to be awful. That's a wine.
Oh my God, it's all over me.
Yeah, that bukkake do it. It really...
So, Zach,
I don't hate this.
It's such a shame sometimes you and I do these episodes on a Tuesday, and I sit down later that night, you see something, or the next night,
that when like
it's the worst.
Fire shows up.
Fire,
yeah.
I forget which game it was. It was definitely a Yankee game. I guess it was game 1, maybe game 2, with the Cleveland Guardians, not the Indians anymore.
Ridiculous.
Did you see the promo that they cut in like the 7th or 8th inning for House of the Dragon?
No, maybe. I don't know.
Before we get into what cringe really was, I'm curious, what's your definition of cringe?
Something that's sort of not gross, but just icky, and you just give it...
It literally is your catch sound. If we were going to describe what you say most of the time, and I always like to say it's something that
sound is...
Yes, and Julia does it all the time. It's so fucking
because
annoying.
Of me?
Yes.
She got it from me?
Yes.
I love that. Love it. Oh, 6 to midnight.
I just want to say that cringe to me is...
your wedding night.
I should be so lucky.
Me too.
I always say it's something that happens where you kind of like roll your eyes, you're embarrassed, but there can't be anybody who gets hurt. You know, it's not one of those things when somebody gets really hurt. That's not what cringe is. Cringe is where you just go, what the hell? Like, it's just so awkward. Definitely... For me, cringe is when we're watching The Bachelor, and this happened as recent as last night's episode. The guy leans in for a kiss. The girl turns the cheek, and you go, oh my God. It's cringe, right?
That's cringy. That's
You cringe up a little bit. So getting back to the Yankee promo, you did not see this.
Maybe I did. I don't know. I see a lot of things.
I forget what inning it was. It was late enough that I was just sitting there by myself, and they have some dame out in center field who's giving. She has a microphone. She's like, and we're now out to Melissa, who has a report about a visitor here. Yes, that's right, Bob. I'm in center field, and yes, there is a dragon in attendance, and they put a dragon
so hard
over center field, and will hopefully won't be making any surprise burnings tonight, but we never know. Back to you guys. And I just sat there and watched it, and I immediately text people. I go, that was one of the cringiest things I think I've ever seen on television.
It's pretty cringy. And you don't need that to make baseball great. Those baseball games of the weekend were the best games I've ever seen. 18 innings of 0-0, I was riveted. Rock hard. I don't care how great football is. I don't need scoring. Riveted. They couldn't look away. The Cleveland game with the Yankees, amazing too. And then the dot. Baseball's great. The thing that I hated about baseball, though they only got one game, did you see the rally shoe?
Yeah, on the hat, the Birkenstock?
Awful.
It's a rally sandal, they call it.
No, they put sneakers on. They put Sauconys. They had I hate the stupidness, unless it works. Rally Monkey in 2002, that worked. Jumping up and down. Can't say Rally Monkey anymore. He's been canceled. Can't say anything.
Do you know it has two thumbs and only wears Saucony sneakers?
Well, that guy.
Yeah. They're the best. I had foot pain one time. I started wearing Saucony. It cured everything. You
massage your own feet out. How those hands are magic.
Only for other people.
Oh, I see. My hands are magic for me.
Seattle Josh texted. He said in Seattle they do a rally sandal, so you all put Birkenstocks on their heads.
Awful.
Zach, you pick and choose. You're like, oh, this I like, this I don't.
How'd it work out for them?
So it got me thinking about some other cringy things that have happened, and feel free to jump in with anything that you know, but a couple of things in my life really jumped to the top. Now, the number one thing that I wasn't there for, or at least I didn't remember until my sister told me this past weekend, was she had a small clique of friends in high school, and she ended up keeping in touch with small clique of friends.
I thought you said.
And
that's cringeworthy right there.
Your jokes, I tell you. Come her wedding, one of the friends she kind of grew distant from, and sure enough, she didn't invite her. Next thing you know, the wedding happened. The girl didn't get invited. I can just say her name is Jen. Jen didn't get invited to my sister's wedding.
Photo?
Yet, Jen showed up for my sister's wedding.
Love Jen.
That's so awkward. She knew about it, knew she was invited. She just figured, it got lost in the mail. I'll show up anyways.
I love her and would have killed to have been her +1 fly on the wall.
She didn't get a +1. She didn't get a plus anything. She wasn't.
You can bring an army at that point. You can bring a +9. If you're rolling in with an armada, what's the difference? You're uninvited. You're crashing.
It was second highlight of that night of the maid of honor who was so annihilated drunk that some guy that was dancing with her, she was a corpse on the dance floor. Zach, it was Last Dance with Mary Jane. She was literally...
It's amazing.
She was hanging onto this guy. He's swaying. Her dad drives a limo, comes and picks her up in the limo. She boots everywhere on the way home.
Your dad drives a limo? That's his job? Was you Lloyd Christmas?
Her dad. That was a great pull. I wouldn't have gotten out. I'd been like Dumb and Dumber. So that was one of the more cringeworthy things that I didn't really remember because I saw the girl there. I probably said hello or something. She always was a big fan of me, so I liked her a lot.
Meow.
The other thing that I actually was there for, I will spare you the names, but come January, you'll be able to figure out who's who. Anyways,
who's who?
I'm with Julia down in Florida at her friend's house, and something was wrong with her, like her bank account or something like that. So I don't know how to do this. I was like, just get him on the phone. So she calls the lady on the phone. Hi, Wells Fargo, yada, yada, yada. They're like, okay, we need to ask you some security questions. Now, let's spare some of these people's names, and let's just say we're staying at Melissa's house. And Julia has Melissa, this girl, is one of her best friends. They say to you, who is your best friend? Like, that was the name. And she names another person standing there on speakerphone in Melissa's house. It was just a moment you're like, that was awkward.
I would ask for a new question. Pass. Next question.
Next question.
Pass.
It was so awkward.
Drew Rosenhaus. Next question.
I guess awkward and cringy kind of go together, but it was...
Awkward is more physical. Cringe is more sort of auditory or visual. Yeah, for me, the cringe of the weekend. 81-year-old old balls, loose skin Bob Kraft got married to a 40-something-year-old. She's not bad looking.
Which one's the cringe for you? Because I was going to bring this up.
I don't know the concept of a 40-year gap. And then he's 81. I don't know when it's 60 and 40 better than 80 and 40. I don't know.
Why, you got to suffer less if you're her.
Yeah, but then Nicole, and she's prenup to the hilt. She's getting nothing but the ride.
She'll get something. Not everything, but she's not getting like half of the team.
She's gonna get a signed Gronk jersey and call it a day.
Something else. This past weekend, Buffalo was in Kansas City, and obviously Buffalo pulled it out. And
Sure did.
Josh Allen, after the game, went over. In the front row was a little kid and his family, Buffalo jerseys. Good for them, whether they're from KC or live in Buffalo, who cares? He goes over and he gives this kid a ball. It was this whole, like, can we take a picture? And then they hand him the phone, and he's doing this whole, like, taking his selfie while they're in the photo, which I thought actually was really sweet because it's a kid. You can't do no wrong. The amount
I'll just make it like a random number and called it. Hey, Josh Allen here. How's it going?
I've seen them do that before. It's fantastic.
It's fantastic.
I watched this video actually with sound on. The amount of grown men screaming, Josh Allen, can I have your jersey? Josh Allen, can I get your signature? Awful.
What's the age though? When is it okay to stop?
When I can tell that you're not a little kid as far as your voice goes.
So once you start
Josh Allen, can I get your jersey?
The whole thing is ridiculous. And then there's like, you want my autograph? Nah, I'm good. I don't need it. Some of the celebs like offering it. I would be then. You don't need you to write your name on a piece of paper. Let's not overthink this thing.
Did you see the teaser for today? How I led into this, at least on Facebook, as far as the Biden guffaw that happened recently?
Which Biden guffaw? There's like been 6 since we've been on this thing.
The one from today, which now they've released the student loan forgiveness applications, and he read out the thing. It was like www.dot. He spelled out everything and then spelled out dot because they wrote dot on the thing. I was like, oh, Jesus Christ.
He's just losing it.
But here's what really...
old man.
Now, you and I still suffer through SNL. Zach, when did they start making fun of him? Because have you noticed that they've been really lighting the fire under him a little bit?
Last season, they started making fun of him. Actually, no, that's not true. When he was running for president, Woody Harrelson did a great Biden. He said, God forbid I say something off color or worse, on color. Like, it's a great... Woody Harrelson knocked out the park as Biden. But that's back when they actually had cast members that were funny. This week's was unwatchable.
I'm one behind.
Fine. So you're going to see Megan Thee Stallion or whatnot. I don't want to sound like
you wouldn't?
I don't know. I don't want to sound like a crusty old white. I don't understand a word she says. I just don't.
Closed caption, baby.
They don't have that. It's just going to be nonsense.
I don't know if people know. I close caption pretty much anything except for live sports, which helps so much. Where in House of the Dragon, you guys don't do closed caption, right?
No.
So the two things that's really helped me this year, and these aren't any spoilers, is one, the one guy's boyfriend is named Carl. Do you remember this guy?
Yeah. Sure.
Carl, spell it.
Carl?
The guy's name is Carl on the show.
I don't know. Probably Kharl. I'd throw something in there.
That would have made more sense. Let's go with Qarl.
Ridiculous.
And this past week where they had the twins on, Eric and Arik, Erryk and Arryk. Get out of here.
How do you know the closed caption is not just some guy with like the shakes?
Eh?
He's just like typing random letters.
It's HBO, man. They make sure that stuff is golden for me.
No,
it's great.
It's the guy with the shakes.
Zach, something else happened, which it kind of ties into a bigger category, but there was a UFC fighter who has since come out. He's a very good guy. His name is Bryce Mitchell. He fights all the time. He's ranked maybe top 10. He has gone full-blown flat earther. That you and I have never really even given a whole lot of talk to flat earth, but I watched 2 minutes of him getting very aggressive with Joe Rogan, at least on a video, and being like, I want to debate you. The guy's from Arkansas and lobbied for camo UFC shorts. Got him. It's going to get real weird when he wins his next fight and Rogan comes in to interview him and it's like, hey there, buddy. Because it almost seems like...
Just do it on a boat and get to the end of the earth and like throw a coin off. Prove me right.
You ready?
I'll happily prove you wrong. Prove me right, Playboy.
Ready
Maybe
for
it is.
His argument is the earth isn't flat, but also there's no gravity. That's where people... and I just stopped and I went, wait. There's gravity deniers?
I'm a buoyancy denier. How does a cruise ship float but a penny sinks? I don't know, man. Fucking magic.
You know that there's gravity deniers out there?
I've never heard of it before. I thought I was unique in my buoyancy denial.
Right? So I'm not even going to get into it. I think it's insane. But
it's insane.
Can I tell you an impulse purchase that I made for my office that I'm so excited for?
J.K.
It is
Robbins jersey?
He's a bum. And I buy some bum jerseys too. But
jersey, Sauce Gardner hits the goods.
I think I'm
Sauce.
If I can find a number one that just said Sauce, I may add.
They have it. I hate that. You commented you hated that guy.
Good.
The Sauce jersey. You really pivoted on that.
I can't tell if I want a Sauce or a Certain because they're just they're great. Oh yeah, the second.
Yeah, you start feeling older. You start seeing remembering. Oh, I remember the first. He was good.
Asante Samuel Jr. not as good as the other
idiot,
two.
I hated this father. The idiot in front of me at the Jet games is a Sauce 1 jersey. The douche. Sauce.
So I think I bought
a good large-scale nickname. You don't say like what kind of sauce. He's just General Sauce.
I assume it's hot sauce. That's kind of the bit, right?
I don't know. It could be pesto. It could be gravy. It's all good.
So if you get him in a room by himself and you say you got one question, you're going pesto or
what's your sauce? He's Bubba Gump me. He's just going to go down the sauce listings.
Next week we're going to do sauce trivia. Oh, did I tell you I have trivia for today that I'm very excited about?
You're very excited. I was in the middle of a meeting. I didn't deal with it.
So I impulse bought
that call off sauce.
I impulse bought the other day.
Today, Junior.
I impulse bought the other day a map of Westeros to be put on my wall. All right, wait. Follow me. Stay with me here. Westeros is a flat Earth, right? They always talk about going across the narrow sea. They never talk about going
around.
Ready? Work with me here. Conspiracy theory. George R.R. Martin, flat earther.
Is he?
They never talk about going east or west. They talk about going across
the. Is he a flat earther, or is his character a flat earther? The guy with the little fairy hat's a flat earther?
A fairy hat? This isn't Lord of the Rings. What are you talking about?
He wears a weird hat, R.R. Martin. Like he's a stevedore.
Like I'm just saying, nobody's ever talked about this, but hot news, hot takes here, boys.
If you think so. Yeah, you definitely have too much time on Sky Mall buying that shit.
It wasn't on Sky Mall. I searched it out.
Is Sky Mall still a thing? I loved Sky Mall.
It's the worst. It's Brightstone, same crap.
No, it's not the same crap because it's Sky Mall. If you ever wanted to, you have to tear the page out, and the guy after you gets screwed.
Zach, tell me, what haven't I talked about that you desperately is itching?
Yesterday, as far as national days go,
oh Jesus,
my birthday is National Mulligan Day. Like it's a do-over. The whole thing, it's hysterical.
Isn't that what your father did?
He should have.
Does that mean?
My mom did that. It's Tim Packin. Also, how's your Uncle Dan doing? He's in some hot water.
Oh, he's getting ready to go scorched earth, and I love it.
He's in some real hot water, Uncle
Although,
Dan.
He says he has dirt on everybody, and there's already been one article that's leaked that Jerry Jones tongue-throated some girl in front of the team.
In front of the team?
That's what the rumors are.
That's how you motivate.
Now go out there and get a snack!
You don't want to see this again. Go win the game. He's like 80.
Zach,
in front of the team?
That's what they say.
I need more context. And then Ursay is calling him out. And how many Deweys does he have? He's like drug bingo.
He can do anything.
Ursay?
No.
Uncle Dan.
Jerry Jones. Untouchable.
Yeah, he's good.
All right, Zachy. Pishadoo.
One more thing that bothered me, and this is really before this. I was so excited. I saw on Facebook like an ad for a new app, Ludex. Right. It is an app that you scan a baseball card, and it tells you the card and then its current market value, and you see it go up and or down like a stock market or like Bitcoins. You can scan all of your cards and create a portfolio. Sticks to midnight. It's free for 2 weeks, and then take a guess how much this online Beckett. Remember Beckett?
Darren Dalton. I had one.
Yeah, online Beckett is a month to keep your baseball card.
$29.99.
$90.
No.
$90 a month for the online baseball. It's insane. Who has that kind of portfolio? Wayne Gretzky? If they can make this free.
Wayne Gretzky is your go-to baseball card collector guy?
Yeah, he had on his Wagner for a while. But like if they can make this free and I can just figure out my fake portfolios, I'm not selling these things, they're worthless. That would be amazing. Like Frank Viola that you got me, 18 cents.
I was going to say, if any of those cards that I gave you, we have it on record that I get half of whatever it is.
You would have half of my Tom Bernanski. Call back from nothing. I love this app. I want this app, and it costs money. I was so mad. I almost like threw my phone.
What's your price?
What the fuck? And Jenna goes, what? And I had to explain it. For that app?
Yeah, like where do you stop? $41, $21?
A month?
Come on. $3, right?
$1 a month.
101, you're not doing it.
No, I don't know, maybe. But like,
that's a
you
yes.
know my portfolio of baseball cards every single month for a thing I've never once in my life sold? $12 a year is correct for that.
Okay. I say 20.
What's your number for that? Because you got pretty excited from that too.
20 a year. $20 annual, but you could do like a 10-year and it only costs you like $300 or something.
Fine. Perfect. And
my numbers are off here. I get that.
One at a time, it would be incredible. Best day of your life.
All right, Zach.
You put the condition in there. I was so mad when I saw how much money it cost. 2 weeks free. But you pay up front. You don't even get to like cancel. You just in.
Oh, they have your credit card. Just keep charging it every month. Oh, yeah.
Meanwhile, I'm gonna get hacked because before you get to that point, I got my account in, my like password in, my Gmail in. I'm done.
You're done.
Yeah, Putin's got me. Got the goods on me.
Pishadoo of the week, Zach. I have 7 candidates. Are you ready?
Yes.
One of them I just simply forgot to bring up last week. It's too good not to talk about, but Herschel Walker's running for Congress, Senate, something. Have you heard anything about him down in Georgia?
Yeah, he's pretty busy down there.
He is very busy, and he's running on a right-wing platform who is very, very anti-abortion.
He's had all the abortions. He's had a punch card.
But he's denying all the abortions, and his former ex-girlfriend has the check that he wrote out to pay for the abortion.
And like the writing of what it's for. She's got the goods on him. She snidered him.
But he's still denying exactly what happened. So his son has come out and said, oh no.
It's fundraising through the roof because there are a bunch of rubes down there.
His son's throwing him under the bus and be like, oh no, he definitely is doing all this stuff. It's like, buddy, it might be time to see change your platform or drop out. It's getting real ugly.
Well, just own it. Just Chuck Rhodes it. Yeah, I did it. Yeah, figure it out. Who gives a shit?
Next candidate.
Anyone better than him down there?
Something that's bothered me a lot something that's bothering me a lot these days online is when somebody comes up with some type of hack that's like, oh, that's kind of ingenious, but whatever, it's a little too far. And the new expression is, oh, that guy's living in 3022. Like he's 1,000 years ahead of technology with some scooter or some bullshit the guy makes up.
Cringy.
It is very cringy. These things, I was thinking today that Pishadoo of the week and Cringe is not that far apart.
No. So like, next time you see something cringeworthy, you're just like Paulie Lawrence. Oh, Pishadoo.
It pretty much is. But listen, 1,000 years from now, we're just going to be blinking and talking. I mean, there's not going to be like,
we'll be dust. I'm already dust. I got one foot in the grave already.
I was about to say, you're getting there.
I'm already there.
Okay. You had no idea who Lana Rhoades was, so I'm going to make the assumption that Adriana Chechik has no meaning to you whatsoever.
But in a minute, she will. Go on.
She was at some Comic-Con.
I don't read their bio. It's all business. It's a transaction.
All right. Lana Rhoades and Adriana Chechik are the Jenna Jamesons of 2020.
They're banging Tito Ortiz.
Do you still have long COVID? You've been coughing
No, this is new COVID.
Oh, you got another one?
Yeah, new COVID.
So anyway, she was at some nerd convention, and she decided to jump off into one of those...
Who is she? Adriana Chechnya?
Yeah. If type in Adriana and then CHE, and it'll pop up. Also, something else will pop up.
Chechnikov? Researcher?
Oh my God, Jack. Let me know when you're done. So she jumps into a foam pit at a nerd convention, breaks something in her lower back. She is in hospital.
Her coccyx?
I think it actually went up into her lower thoracic spine type of deal, but she legit is like in the hospital with surgery, learning how to walk again.
It's pretty good.
So I guess they say she got her back blown out.
I suppose she did. Yeah, she's not bad.
Keeping in the XXX content, I couldn't find the video, but tell me you heard about the congressman who announced his candidacy by releasing a porn tape?
Say more words.
That's it. Google congressman porn tape. I couldn't find the video, but is that a legit way of getting people to know who you are and voting for you?
Well, we're talking about it, so know who you are. Yes, voting.
Couldn't tell you his name or the state. What's it matter?
I don't know. Everything's bigger in Texas. Um,
It was in Texas.
I don't know. Like, we wouldn't have been talking about him. We still wouldn't know his name. We're going to find out his name imminently because we're going to type in Congressman Anna Chechnyov and see where the two of them link up.
See the common things.
Yeah.
I can get you the name.
Yeah, get me the name and state and positions.
All right. Dwight Howard, who's somebody we definitely all know, is famous for the dunk contest, being a defender. Do you remember when his big thing was he was Superman?
Yeah, he stole it from Shaq.
And he had the cape and did everything. He since has come out and said that he has used that cape for coitus many, many times.
And he's a pishadoo. Why?
That's really weird.
I would use
A costume?
Cosplay. It's like Bill Cosby.
I was about to say, Cosby and cosplay are not that far off.
They're pretty close. He's used the same cape for coitus, so you could like snap that thing in half.
Congressman Mike Itkis, Itkis.
Ooh, he's got a good pony name.
Next candidate.
So he gets after it? Penetration? He stoops?
Who,
guy
Congressman?
That should be his platform. Mike Itkis. This guy fucks.
I don't think you can say that and get votes.
What state?
I didn't make it that far. Manhattan congressional candidate. There you go. You can vote for him.
Oh, you could definitely say that here. Anthony Weiner did. Max Rose looks like a penis. The whole bit.
We've definitely talked about this, but I told you I played hockey with Weiner.
No.
The most motivating guy I've ever met in my life. He was the goalie. He came over in between periods. He came over and was like, I need better defense. You guys got to skate hard. And I looked at him. I was like, I will run through a fucking wall for you right now. He has whatever that it thing is.
He does have that it. Unfortunately, he can't keep his schwanz in his pants.
Where's he these days?
I don't know. Having sex with Itzkis. He's filming. His real goal is to direct.
Sixth candidate, Taylor Swift, apparently is torturing her fans. Now, I didn't quite get this whole story, but what she's doing is
all over the place with these.
Every night at midnight in Times Square, she's releasing 2 lines of a song at midnight for her fans to come and see like the lyrics to her next album or something.
So douchey.
It's
making them schlep.
Here's why I think she's
arrogance.
I know, right? It's bad.
Arrogance.
Here's my problem. As somebody who thinks 1989 is a top 5 album ever, she hasn't put out a hit in a long time.
Oh, I thought you meant 1987, or 1984, the Van Halen album.
No, the Taylor Swift 1989, yes.
Oh, I don't know that. I don't know.
The one that, yes, you do. You know 6 songs on that, I guarantee.
Hit me one more time.
Yeah, I'll get back to you.
Don't do it now, man up.
And I think I'm problem, and it didn't be bad. Hey!
All right. I got it. She's the worst.
And my favorite, candidate number 7, which was added on at 8:29 tonight. Pick up sushi on the way home. I have an order.
God, you've got so much problems with the sushi place.
No. I have a problem with one of the orders in my order. So I get like 2 special bullshits, and my landlord decides she wants a spicy California roll. And what do they have at this sushi place? But a Peking duck roll. Now, we have gone for sushi before.
I went to the Peking duck on Wednesday.
We ordered a buffalo chicken roll for the table one time because, well, I've never seen a blue duck, and I've always wanted to see what it would look like, right?
Yeah,
now, Zach, take a guess. How many sushi places in the world? Tens of thousands, right?
Yeah, million.
You think one place discovered something? They're like, oh, buffalo chicken roll. Oh, Peking duck roll. I tried to talk her out of it. I said, just get the Peking duck. I'll pay for it. I don't care. She said, no, I want to try it. What do you think the result was?
Terrible.
Horrible.
So, yeah, it happens. I had a horrible meal at Lady Gaga's mother's place yesterday.
Do you want to put that on the list?
Ooh, she wasn't great, Joanne Gaga. They left out half of my meal, and then try to, then I had to argue with the guy.
Elaborate. Is that it?
It's okay, fine. The meal was risotto with lobster and blue clam, whatever that is. Pink clam. And then shrimp and mussels. And it shows up, and it's just a few shrimp, a couple of mussels, and a shit ton of like rubbery calamari. You tried to tell me it was underneath. I said, I dug, dude. It's not in there. They took it off the menu eventually, and then probably spit
off the menu or off the check?
Off the check. Maybe off the menu. I don't know.
That would be some real power to get it off the menu.
There it is. And the restaurant was overrated in general.
Herschel Walker abortion. Herschel
Oh,
Walker abortions bros living in 3022. Adriana Chechik breaks her asshole.
yeah.
Congressman porn tape. Dwight Howard in a cape. Swifties midnight release. And my landlord ordering a Peking duck roll.
I know what's a pain in the ass, but it's Taylor Swift. I hate the arrogance of that. Even if I was the most douchey celebrity, and I would be, I wouldn't do that. Torture my own fans, make them schlep to Times Square to see like 2 lines of nothing out of context. The worst. Who thought this was a good idea? And people show up because they're devout.
I would just wait and somebody would take a picture and see it online if I cared, which I don't.
I don't. Just play me the song. Like, entertain me, clown. Go do it. Shut up and strum. Don't make me schlep out there.
Did I tell you that I have a patient right now who is a clown, and at her house she has no less than 8,000 clocks?
A woman clown?
Yeah.
Like Bozoette? What's her name? What's her clown name?
I probably shouldn't say anything about anything, but she has clocks that go off, and like at
Cuckoo
11,
clocks?
it feels like it. But when you're there's always something going off, and it makes me insane. All right, Zach, I got some fun.
What's her ailment as a clown?
I'm not telling you any more about her
than
than
know her, so HIPAA doesn't matter.
Let's just say MS. She has a debilitating illness, okay?
Who made that up?
No, I didn't. I'll tell you offline.
Okay, fine. HIPAA offline.
Trivia in celebration of your 42nd birthday yesterday. I have 5 questions for you that I am calling Dead at 42. I have famous people.
Robinson, Poppy, Rivera, and
no, you're thinking people who wore the number 42. What I'm going to be testing you on celebrities who didn't make it past the age of 42.
That sounds about right.
Question number 1. Dead at 42. Name the SNL alum most famous for playing Rosanna Dana.
Rosanna Dana. Oh, that was like Gilda Radner.
I thought that was died at 42. Do you remember who she was married to?
Gene Wilder. Right?
Yeah, Willy Wonka. Good for you.
Yeah, her best role was Jew-ass Jeans. Her best skit. Top-notch skit.
Question the second. Dead at 42. Bahamian American mixed martial artist who became noted for mutual combat street fights.
Kimbo Slice.
UFC record 1-1. He got knocked the fuck out by Matt Mitrione. So bad.
That. And hyped it so much. He got like annihilated. First round, right?
It was bad. The one fight that he actually won in the UFC, it wasn't even a real UFC match. It was like the semifinals of an amateur competition, which, whatever. Zach, it bothers me so much when UFC comes up. People go, hey, is Kimbo Slice fighting tonight?
I go with Tito Ortiz. Or like, the Iceman.
Question number 3. Dead at 42. An American professional wrestling manager who was linked to Randy Macho Man Savage, both in and out of the ring. Female.
Well, that's Lovely Elizabeth.
Not her name. You want to guess again? The name is right. Her title is not.
Not Lovely Elizabeth?
It's not Lovely.
Well, it's not Bobby the Brain Heenan. What is her name? It's Elizabeth something.
Miss Elizabeth.
I thought she's the Lovely Elizabeth.
It was Miss Elizabeth.
I don't know about that.
Okay, you want to challenge this? Kick in the dick?
Not a kick in the dick, just a gentleman's challenge.
I watched a whole documentary on Macho Man last year or the year before. Do you know how
he took someone with him, didn't he?
He was in a car accident and he had a heart attack and died. Do you know how she died?
No.
So she then broke up with Macho Man, then married Lex Luger, who...
Oh, it's not. Yeah, it is. The Lovely Elizabeth's still alive. She was the Lovely Elizabeth. Miss Elizabeth.
So Miss Elizabeth and Lex Luger start doing all the drugs. The problem is she was 110 pounds soaking wet. He was massive with all these muscles. They were doing the same dosage. She overdosed and died.
Yeah, that sounds about right.
Question number 4. Dead at 42. Infamous serial killer who lured his female prey by asking for help with his broken down car.
Oh, that's Dahmer, right?
Clearly you're not watching the Netflix series.
Ted Bundy?
It is Ted Bundy. Yeah. Netflix series, very good, by the way. We're watching it. It's not scary. It's more like bio, whatever. We're really, really enjoying it. But as far as where I got the information from, Andrew Schultz put out a YouTube special. I saw him live. Amazing, amazing, amazing. About an hour. You'll like it. So anybody looking for something good. And question number 5. Dead at 42. He went back-to-back in 1980 and 81 for People's Choice Awards for Favorite Young TV Performer. Coming in at 4'8".
4'8". Danny DeVito's still alive.
1980.
Willow is still alive.
1980 and 81 People's Choice Award winner for Favorite Young TV Performer.
Not Jonathan Brandis. He was older. I don't know.
4'8". Jonathan Brandis was a normal person.
4'8". The guy who played Willow was not. Who's the? I'm missing someone. I'm missing like a midget.
You're missing a little person. Yeah. Phone a friend, Zach.
Oh,
Ron Katz.
Oh, Gary Coleman.
What you talking about, Zach?
42? I thought he was
42.
much older.
No, he wasn't.
Wow.
I looked up. There were some other really good ones. I really wanted to give you.
I thought he was like 60.
Payne Stewart, 42.
Sad.
Elvis.
Really?
And RFK, 42.
Didn't make it.
So hopefully you won't be added to that list. Dead at 42.
That's a strong list. If I'm going to go, I might as well be on the list.
27's the number. Go Google that. That's like, we're like, all right.
Epic. That's
Hendrix, Cobain, Joplin. Absolutely.
It's rock and roll heaven. But 42 is a B-level celeb train wreck list other than Elvis and Payne Stewart. I dress like that.
Who's your dad of the podcast? Thanks for listening to tonight's episode. I had fun. Keep downloading.
Keep for Halloween. Payne Stewart, dead at 42.
Zach, NFL has decided that next year they're doing games on Black Friday. Are you okay with that, or just keep it the football to Thursday, Sunday, Monday?
Which quarterbacks?